Yashahime translation by Ayuria. Shonen Sunday Super November 2021. Rumic Questions Part 2. Hanyo no Yashahime, the second chapter commemoration project. We selected 20 questions regarding InuYasha that our readers submitted via the web and had Takahashi Rumiko sensei answer them. Question: I'm sure Bankotsu is the strongest within the band of 7, but in order, how strong are the other 6? Also, if possible, I would love to know their ages.
Bankotsu 17 is the strongest. Kyokotsu 30 and Mukotsu 33 died early on, so they're weak. Renkotsu 24 is a little smarter than everyone else, so he's the second strongest. Ginkotsu 22 is mostly a weapon, so he's third. In terms of the difference in weapon range between Jakotsu 20 and Suikotsu 26, Jakotsu wins. How is that for order? I just picked whatever for each of their ages just now, so if I get asked this question again some years later, it will probably be different. Please excuse me when that happens.
Question: I would like to know how InuYasha felt as he waited in front of the well during the 3 years Kagome was gone.
He was probably sitting there like a faithful dog.
Question: Of InuYasha's moves, which one is your favorite?
The first one, Windscar, is Tessaiga's base form, so I like it.
Question: InuYasha is the treasure of my youth. I'm extremely happy to have the chance to ask a question. What I would like to ask is regarding Byakuya of the Mirage. I think among Naraku's incarnations, he was the only one who stayed loyal until the end, so was there something that made him different from the other incarnations?
Byakuya's mission was to cut Kagome, and surprisingly, I imagine that may have been his reason for living.
Question: I've continued to read Rumic works for a long time. Are the ghosts in Mao and the demons in InuYasha completely different?
Many of them share the same design, but the worlds are different, so please know that they are different individuals.
Question: I was rooting for Miroku and Sango, so I was happy that they became a married couple at the end. I'm sure now Miroku considers Sango his most precious person. But after getting married, did his womanizing problem get cured? I'm curious.
To start, Miroku didn't know when he was going to die, so I think he instinctively thought that he had to leave behind descendants, and thus called out to various women. Now that his wind tunnel is gone, it's only natural that Sango is his most beloved woman. However, since he lived like that, he can interact with women naturally. Also, he has no choice but to abide by what is deemed cheating by Sango.
Question: Please tell us what InuYasha's favorite ninja food is.
I'd have to say cup miso ramen. Miso was already around during InuYasha's time, so it is possible that there's a sense of security and familiarity.
Question: Greetings. I really like InuYasha, and in particular, Kikyo is forever my ideal woman. If it's alright, I would like to know the details of how Kikyo became a priestess. Kaede is also a priestess, so has their family been priestesses for generations?
I think she most likely became a priestess due to being spiritually gifted and from the expectations of those around her. I don't know about her family lineage, though.
Question: In terms of Rin's circumstances, I thought it would be no surprise if she was really afraid of humans or human villages, but when she was entrusted to Kaede's village, was she able to easily accept this?
Rin went through various hardships in her birth village, but I imagine she wasn't afraid of all humans. Furthermore, before the decisive battle with Naraku, she was already being cared for at Kaede's house, so I thought she got used to it. Despite continuing to be left in Kaede's care afterwards, Sesshomaru would come and visit her, so I think she surprisingly enjoyed living there.
Question: During serialization, I was so anxious about what would happen to Kohaku every time. I was glad that he was saved in the end. In the final chapter, I believe he was exterminating demons while training. But was he able to become stronger than Sango in the very end? Also, does he have a good relationship with Miroku?
As he got older, it's possible that he became stronger than Sango in terms of stamina and brute strength, but he most likely won't be equal to her due to the respect he has for her. Sango is also improving her techniques and knowledge, so there's a possibility she won't lose anytime soon. Regarding Miroku, I imagine he truly cares for him as the man who made elder sister happy.
Question. It's been roughly 10 years since I became an InuYasha fan, which surprises me. I've been engrossed in InuYasha every day for 10 years. I have a question. Is there a reason behind Tesaiga's raggedy look in its normal state? Everyday state? I would certainly love to hear it.
It made its first appearance as a rusty sword, so to make Tesaiga recognizable just by looking at it, I stuck with the rustiness. It will transform anyway when polished. In terms of manga, it's easy to recognize is the reason.
Question. The dog general and Sesshomaru are both the armed fighting type, but is Gobodo-sama, Sesshomaru's mother, also strong as a demon?
I don't think she would engage in battle herself. She seems like the type who would have tools with demonic strength and a lot of servants. But if she were to get serious, she seems like she would be powerful, leaning more towards spells.
Question. During the fight with Naraku, the story about how Sango tried to sacrifice Rin in order to save Miroku left an impression on me. When I thought about Sango's mental state, my chest hurt. I think Sesshomaru forgave Sango in the end, but was there any back and forth after the final battle?
I think Sesshomaru forgave Sango and understood her resolve the moment she gave her gas mask to Rin within Naraku's miasma-filled body. Even if Sango tried to apologize again after the battle, I think Sesshomaru would have already left.
Question. I love time traveling things and I thought it was really fun how a well was the key to that. Why did you choose a well as the item to cross through time?
I thought about entering a building or a cave, but it was too much planning to come up with a time or reason to walk into such things, so I thought vertical travel was the speediest as her home is a shrine and there's an old well. Hence, I chose a well.
Question. Jocken's questionable reliability and slightly cowardly character is very endearing and good, isn't it? He gets beaten up quite a bit by various people, but how strong is he as a demon? Also, what kind of demon is he?
Jocken's visual image was a hell preda. Additionally, by having him wear a karikinu, my intention was for him to have a middle management feel. I don't think he's very strong.
Question. I love Hitomi Kagewaki's appearance. He's very handsome. Did Naraku also like it? Please treat me well.
Thank you. Hitomi Kagewaki was the young lord of the castle, so I think he, Naraku, found him to be an excellent thing to possess. He privately viewed the castle and would live in it if he liked it, so he probably thought, I choose this.
Question. I like the highly individualistic naming sense of Naraku's incarnations. Was Naraku the one who named them?
It doesn't seem like they would introduce themselves when they're born, so I think Naraku named them based on their abilities.
Question. Hello, Rumiko sensei. Thank you so much for doing this wonderful project. In terms of my question, it is regarding Sango's Demon Slayer attire. Throughout the story, chains and Slayer medicines were depicted as being stored within the shoulder and elbow pads many times. Are there other items stored within them? I would be happy if you could answer this. Please treat me well.
Not really. There would probably be things like antidotes or tough threads inside.
Question. All sorts of demons made an appearance, but is there a demon that you particularly like, Sensei? My favorites are Princess Abi and Hiten since they're cool.
I like demons, like Yura of the Demon Hair, Hiten and Manten, and Ryokan. In addition, I like the doodle type demons, like the catfish demon who was the master of the lake. I also like cute types, like the three young fox demons that were in a group during the official fox demon magic certification exam.
Question. InuYasha is very attuned to inferring Kagome and Kikyo's scents, but what do the two of them smell like? Are their scents similar?
Apparently, dogs can differentiate friend or foe through scent. So there, Kagome and Kikyo scent is tranquil enough to be acknowledged as an ally and has a sense of security to it. More specifically, I'll leave it at something like clean sheets that have been dried in the sun or a sweet flower.
Be sure to subscribe and follow me on social media to get the latest announcements and news about InuYasha and Yashahime. We will definitely be following up on any translations, interviews, episode summaries, and cast lists as the episodes release. Stay tuned!